you're trying that shit on me. 'Cause I still can't sleep without medication, and I let my thoughts run wild while I still think I got one, and I hear too much about my reputation, and I'm tired of sleeping on this floor.
What were you doing? With who?
Gas station disco.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I just realized that entire time our mics were hot, so I'm gonna have to go back and fix that.
Okay.
All right, what's
do it
done
again.
is done.
Oh, okay.
No, I'll just do it later. Hey everyone, interviews and everyday people. That's the beauty of it. Here, before we get started, if you guys like what you hear, obviously check out all the links below. The band that we're going to be talking to, and follow everything they do, as well as if you want to support myself or them, my merch page is there, and go to their shows and go buy some stuff off them as well. Do you guys want to give yourself an introduction here quick?
Yeah, what's up? I'm Josh. This is Justin. We're the Gargons, but we also play in a band called Ghost County, and we're people on Interviews with Everyday People.
You are everyday people.
We
today.
are everyday people.
So you guys, I'm not new now to the music scene, but I was introduced later in life. I didn't really follow it, but and then I found out you guys were kind of involved with it, and I was like, holy fuck, like I know those guys since I'm like 7 years old.
Yeah, Monte City.
Yeah, like we grew up together, kind of like playing sports together.
Right.
And I just remember we played soccer. So most times when people knew the Mekas brothers was for football.
Yeah.
You guys were pretty big football players, and you had a very good team and the football side. But I was like, I used to always say, like, oh, people pick on me, like, oh, you're a soccer player? I'm like, yo, you guys are getting your ass kicked by Shenandoah, and 80% of that team was all soccer players most of their lives.
That's a secret.
I always, even now, like, there's a lot of good, like Andrew Luck, like a really very talented athletes who start in basket, like Kobe Bryant, were all said they grew up playing soccer, and soccer taught them things that they carried over to other sports that made them more advanced. Like, because you have to understand, it's like chess.
Oh yeah, I like soccer. It's the world sport. I mean, it's.
I know for me, when I transitioned over to football, before I found out my body is not was broken.
Well, football didn't pay off in the long run for me. I only played through high school, but I definitely could have went farther. I was all state, my whole high school career and stuff. But yeah, multiple concussions and broken.
You were running back, right?
I was a running back,
and you played
tight end and offensive tackle.
Yeah. Now, maybe for running back, but I know when I played, I loved safety. I was playing safety.
Yeah.
I hated offense. I didn't want to play offense unless you gave me the ball. Like if you handed it to me, I'll be fine because I could take angles and I could outrun somebody on an angle because it helped me. And I think that because in soccer, you want to take the least amount of resistance to get to somewhere, and it just you're overworking yourself and it's a long game. Where when I played safety, I was like, okay, you can read the play like, okay, quarterback's eyes are facing that way, his shoulders are that way. I need to get to that side of the ball, but I don't want to oversell myself because I want to steal it before he gets. Just like soccer, like if you over pursue it, they're going to change field on you, and then you got to work triple the work to get across the field again.
Well, I still love watching soccer. I mean, every 4 years with the World Cup.
Yeah,
that's like something I have.
World Cup,
watch.
And then you have
the Olympics.
The Olympics,
Yeah, it's entertaining at the highest level. I mean, I don't know, I haven't seen any. We played as kids, but
I'll tell you what, DC United games are fun in DC, and Philadelphia Union, they're pretty close. There's a team in Harrisburg that plays, but I love it, man. It's just such a fun sport, and I'm actually transitioning over to hockey more. Like I'm falling in love with hockey because it's the perfect mix of soccer and football.
Right. I wish soccer was bigger in this area, especially with like the communities that are building. The more like
Hispanic.
immigrant Hispanic. I don't know how to say it, but I mean, and football's not for everybody. It's extremely violent. It was a good outlet for me, to be a violent person, aggressive. But I wish soccer and the other sports.
If Shenandoah started a soccer team, they would take over the county. They would be the best team in the area,
and that would be a good thing for that community because it's.
I think they need to be more open-minded.
Yeah,
and definitely start a program.
Well, they let all their kids go to Nativity, and Nativity is killing it right now when it comes to boys soccer, and because they're all kids that should have been playing for Shenandoah.
Right.
I coached for a little bit down in Shenandoah youth for a while.
Right. Didn't Cardinal Brennan take the Shenandoah kids on too at one point
for football?
Wasn't it for soccer too? No.
No, Connor Brennan's been done for a long time.
I know that, but it was way back in the day.
They might have. They might have. Because I know for a while there, if you got kicked out of Shenandoah and kicked out of North you went to Connor Brennan, and then they had like that. They call it the convict team.
Okay.
Because it was all like the bad kids who got kicked out, and they dominated. They killed everybody.
I remember that year. Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely something they should look into. I actually talking to a lot of kids, and I was like, well, why don't you play football? And this is not for everybody. I'm not speaking for the county, but I can definitely see it from their aspect. They're like, listen, man, I'm a Dominican. I look black, but I'm Hispanic, and I hit the field, and it's not like people are hitting me to hit me to play football. No. They're hitting me, and they're saying very hateful, racist stuff.
I believe that.
Like, I'm not doing that. Like, no way. Someone takes a cheap shot at me and puts a helmet on my knee, and they're not doing it for any reason but because I'm a different color. Like,
this could be
I never thought of it that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's new to people here.
Yeah,
the different skin color thing. Like, it's still like so backwards at times here. Like, I don't know, but hopefully that all ends soon. We're all going to be one color someday, probably.
Yeah.
Bullworth.
Bull. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, I know your whole family in the summertime, you get enough sun. You guys look like you're Hispanic.
Yeah, I'm very white now because I never ever go in the sun.
It's that Italian in you.
Yeah. I used to look like very dark.
Mike, I used to say Mike Cadu is my Puerto Rican friend, my friend.
Oh yeah, well our mom she's dark all year round.
Yeah,
I guess she still gets some sun, during the winter. I don't know. But,
it's that beautiful. I unfortunately my Irish side destroyed my Italian side, and I don't get that beautiful darker skin.
Yeah, we're like half Italian.
Yeah.
Something like that.
There's definitely Italian in there.
Something like that. Yeah.
We're all mutts.
Our families were very involved with the Shenandoah Italian festivals.
Yeah, that was cool back in the day.
They were fun.
Yeah.
Ghost County played the last one. They had bands for the last one a couple of years ago. It was cool. We played that, Something we grew up doing, like being there, helping out, and going to church there and stuff when we were kids. But
I know the last fireworks show, I was standing there, I was trying to hold back tears. I was like, this is my whole youth. You know what I mean? Like, I know my family from Jersey would come up for that, and it was like that was the only time of year I seen them.
Right.
So I used to look forward to the Italian festival, not just because of the the history of it, but it was a way of like Shenandoah turned into Little Italy that day. Everyone would come all over the place to come and like the statue parade. Like, it was a big deal. Right.
Yeah, everything just seems to be. I mean, things are like there's always new stuff they're putting on, new events and stuff, but it's still like a shell of what it's been around here, and that's a shame. I mean, that's I think why we keep going in life, because somebody has to do something.
I think Shenandoah is secretly turning into something, though. I really do. Right. I think you have people who are in charge of the Historical Society and people who are in charge of the Downtown Project, and they're trying to bring businesses, and they're going to put that building in town.
Yeah.
You have
I hope it works out.
Diversity Day, or Community Day, where it's like our Heritage Day,
and the Kibasi Festival.
The Kibasi Festival. Like, there's a lot of cool stuff going on, and the cool thing is the same people who were very close-minded to the Hispanic community. There's a culture, there's a team of people now who go and it's like Save the Town Project. I'm not sure exactly the name, but they went and cleaned all the drug needles out of the park, and I would say 85% of that team that did it was Hispanic.
Right.
So the biggest thing you always heard was people are coming and they're not respecting our community. We grew up to this. We have pride in our area. Well, these people coming now are having pride for their area,
and it's the same people that let it get that way.
Yes.
Not us per se, but it was our community, and we let it go.
I think Shenandoah's definitely going to shock people soon. I think
it can't get much worse.
Yeah, it's turning around.
Yeah, I hope so.
So when did you guys pick up instruments and start playing?
Jonas, you started us.
Yeah, I guess I was 15. I think 15 years old. Started playing guitar. We took guitar lessons after one old guy in town. His name was Sammy Corey. He's a phenomenal drummer, actually.
Old jazz guy.
Incredible musician. He's a great guitar player, too. So took lessons for about a year and a half, and he passed away, and then just went from there. I don't know.
You got the bases down, and you kept it going.
We were going to North Schuylkill for a year because our mom moved over to Ringtown when we were that age, and a couple of kids that he was friends with in North Schuylkill picked up guitar all at the same time, and he wanted a guitar, so our parents got us a guitar for Christmas. I was probably 12 years old if he was 14 or 15.
Yeah.
And I was just the little brother who wanted to, he's doing it, so I want to do it.
Yeah.
So and then
I never knew you guys were musicians until like I heard of Ghost County, and I was like, holy fuck, like
yeah.
It was like a shock to me.
Yeah, he got. I mean, his drive to play. You know, I was always like, he'll learn it and I'll learn it off him, kind of. You know, he's much better at guitar than I am, but like he was the kid sitting in the bedroom on Saturday night playing guitar, you know.
5-6 hours on some nights.
Yeah, he could pick it up and learn it. He picks things up and learns it. He even like helps me, you know, write. Well, we write everything together, but yeah, it's just like snowballed at that point. And then by the time I was like 14, we were playing in bands.
Yeah,
he was like 16, 17. So
it's interesting how you said a lot of it came from the North Schuylkill side, because I always try to break down the local music scene of where they went to school.
Right.
And normally on this side of the mountain, I know like Monty City has a good band program, but not a lot of kids continue music. There's a handful. Like I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but it's very far few in between where kids out of that program progress and become musicians.
Yeah.
Same with Shenandoah.
And
North Schuylkill puts out musicians.
Right.
Like there's like you have your jocks where I think Monty City and Shenandoah are very like I call them old school coal towns.
You kind of could be everything.
Yeah, like you're either a basketball player, you're a football player, or you're a wrestler.
Right. And North Schuylkill,
yeah, and North Schuylkill, there's kind of that crowd where like no, you could be a musician.
You could have your own identity, kind of.
Yeah.
Now, like I was.
And I think there's more of a melting pot there. Where Monty City, Shenandoah is, for the most part, Monty City and Shenandoah, you may have some Ringtown and Barnesville mixed in.
Right.
But for the most part, it's kids that live in town.
Yeah.
Where
course.
North Schuylkill, you're like,
mile,
you have Frackville, Ashland, Girard. You have like 5 different towns melting into one. Right. So you have more opportunities for different styles of people to come together.
And when we were in North Schuylkill, there were like, you know, kids who just had bands, and there was a couple bands.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? That was cool. Like, we were the only band, I think, or maybe one
we
or
used
two,
to,
growing up.
When we really started to get into music, we used to go to Memory Lane and see shows.
Yeah. That's cool. Actually, I saw Crowbots opening up for Hailstorm.
Yeah.
And we saw Hailstorm with Dead Leaves when I was probably like 12 or 13 years old, like 3 or 4 times up at Memory Lane.
Yeah.
I think the drummer.
I think he was like 15
our age
at the time or something.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's cool.
We need a Dead Leaves, Hailstorm, Crowbot, Breaking Ben show.
Yeah.
Just fill Hershey Park.
All the bands. Live was from the area.
Yeah.
Too.
We could leave Poison out though.
In
Harrisburg.
Absolutely.
No, actually, but what always rings out in my mind about like learning to play music is we were driving somewhere with our dad, and the Blizzard of Oz was in the CD player, the first Ozzy record, and I was like, wow, that's cool, like that's guitar, like I want to play guitar. Like that's when it clicked for me that I wanted to play guitar. I was probably 12 years old, and then he was like, you want to go see a show? And we went to like the 2nd or 3rd Ozfest. I was only like 12 or 13 years old, and
that's awesome.
Ozfest, and like seeing Zakk Wylde like live in person, I had no idea what he was doing. I was like, I want to play music, you know, like that was like it for me. Like I always wanted to play music, despite being like a jock and athletic. But we also hung out with like the you know, all the groups, the nerds and the you know, the music kids and the motorheads, or you know, the partiers or something. But yeah, that was the cool thing about being in such a small town, is you can hang out with everybody as long as you're cool, you know, like you could blend in with every single group, you know. But yeah, and then, you know, seeing something like that live so young, that could really, like, you know, I want to do that. You know?
I'll tell you what, like listening just to Gargons, I'm saying that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I fucking butchered it for the first 3 months.
I
said it's like Garganos, I think.
Some
I was
people
saying.
say Gorgons.
Gorgons, yeah.
Gorgonzola.
Yeah. We were all sitting there listening to it at the Roundhouse, and I was like, man, this reminds me of old Sabbath. Like your riffs and your guitar, it sounds like old. I'm having a brain fart on the guitarist.
Oh, Tony Iommi.
Yeah. I was like, it reminds me of that.
That's probably where it comes from. I always say, like, Black Sabbath and Metallica taught me how to play guitar. Yeah, more than even Sammy, who took
even
lessons,
just the sound and the style of the band. It's like a 2-piece old school.
Right. Yeah.
Like Black Sabbath.
Yeah, it's like we call it blues inspired.
Yeah. But I mean, Black Sabbath was also very blues inspired.
They started out as a blues band, I believe.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I mean, and it will always. I don't know. We always wanted to make something a little catchier, a little bluesier. So we played metal and pretty. You know, we goes back to like Pale Harvest, and then we were 2 of the guys that started Tusco, and you know, and then things just didn't go right. Yeah. For the whole project at that point, but then we were playing in Ghost County, just doing like
I caught the Cusco
stuff.
train late, but everything I've ever heard of, I just remember when people were like, there's a few bands that they always still talk about, like Cyanide Sunrise is one. Right, people are like, man, Cyanide, and then everyone's like Tusco.
Yeah, when it first started, it was, well, I mean, it went through so many lineup changes at first. Like Toby Bedford was the drummer when we first started, and Sean Ortez was the singer, and Justin played bass because I was playing guitar in Pale Harvest and Smurf. And then we had like just lineup changes after lineup changes until Shane, and then just didn't work out. So we had to make a choice, and Ghost County was working all the time at that point, and we were getting ready to release records and stuff. Which, I mean, you know, things didn't just go, sometimes ideally,
they don't work out
in our life, but. Yeah.
It's really hard to, I mean, I can even attest to this even with the podcast, and I'm very, very fortunate that I have a team, but when you have so many moving parts and everyone has to rely, we're not even playing instruments, we're just talking, but you need to come with content to make the talking sound important, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I couldn't even imagine playing complex instruments, and you're like, you have to rely on 3 other people to be there to rehearse and practice and get it all down.
Get to the shows and be sober, and you know, like it could be anything.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it's just have your mind in the right place.
Yeah,
you know? It's like a big relationship.
Yeah,
being in a band is like being in a relationship with 3 to 4 other guys, you know, or girls. But it's like. Yeah, it's really weird at times. It's really hard to make it work. I mean, that's why you see so many bands
and then you
not
have,
work out.
Different egos and personalities you got to throw in that mix as well. And I know one thing I can personally attest to just from knowing you guys as long as you do, and then seeing it translate to your music. And I think it's a family thing for you too. There's not many people in your family that don't have this mentality. Like you have a work ethic, and it's put up or shut up. Like if we're doing something, we're going 100%.
Right. Yeah.
And
get there and do work. It is work.
You know what I mean? Like
it's art, but it's work.
Yeah.
Yeah. And our grandfather, he's still, I mean, he was in bands his whole life on the Kadoo side. And, he still does DJ stuff. You know, he's like 70 years old, and he's still DJing like every weekend. So, I mean, that's like, if you're going to get out and do something, you better get out and do something. I mean, we're not playing a lot right now, but me and him jam 2 to 3 times every week, you know, like just constantly trying to write, or like, what are we going to do? Like, the shows will come. You know, I'm not worried about that. But we just want to be comfortable. Yeah,
that could do work ethic.
I haven't seen my Mike. Yeah.
I mean, he just like broke state records and just went and played football, rugby. Just
went to Penn State. Now he's in the Air Force. My cousin. Yeah,
it's insane. They're just that the whole family has insane, and it just all you just have that work ethic.
They're all doing good, I think.
Yeah, and if the thing is like, if you're either on the train or you're off the train, you know what I mean. And if you're half on, half off, you're gonna be like, hey guys, like, shit or get off the pot.
Yeah, well, I want to make as much art as possible, you know, and like it took a while to get going in our life, but you know, with Ghost County, we started releasing records, and you know, we did 2 records, we did an EP and a 2-song single, and then, you know, we were in a limbo for a little bit until he came up to me one day and he's like, you know, the best guitar player, best bass player I know in my life is like, I want to play drums now. It's like, okay, well, he's like. And then we did a project with RJ, our friend, who isn't here with us anymore. But we did that was tough, you know. But
another kid we played soccer with.
Yeah.
Who was the kid he hung out with all the time when we were on the? There was RJ, and there was another. It was the kid he was always with. He reminded, like, the best way I could describe him was he kind of looked like the kid from Terminator. He was like kind of like skinny.
I don't know.
It was RJ and this really tiny, skinny kid, because I remember RJ was always so tall and big, and he always was with this other kid. They like on the soccer field. They always were together. I just don't remember who the kid was.
You were with Justin on that.
I can't think.
Yeah. Did you go to Catholic school?
No,
you didn't.
I was in Monte City the whole time.
I don't know why I remember you.
I went to Monte area. Yeah. I was there was me and Andrew Callista were the only 2 Monte City kids on that whole team.
Yeah, for some reason I remember you being in like Catholic school with him. I don't remember. We were so young.
Played soccer.
Yeah, it was just all soccer. I was always, but yeah, RJ was a fucking cool dude, man.
Yeah,
and then I found him again on social media, and it's one of those things that like I always tell people, man, just shoot your shot.
Right.
It may be just going out and reaching to talking to somebody, or just reconnecting. If you even have a hint of like, man, I think I should reach out, do it. Don't hesitate. Because I added him on social media, and then I seen him. I don't even think I added him. I just seen him on social media because he was
always sharing.
Things. And I was like, he's super into wrestling, and like I remember we played soccer together and video. Like
movies.
Personality-wise, we would have been. I would have loved to talk to him.
Yeah.
And then we lost. You know what I mean? Now he's gone. Now he's not here.
Right.
And it's like, man, I wish I fucking would have reached out a couple months ago.
Yeah, we were. We actually. Well, we had a. Me and him and RJ. RJ didn't drink for. I mean, the last like 10 years of his life, but. We were standing around the jukebox in the West Street pub where I actually bartend a couple days a week, and there was an ad on the jukebox, and it's like, listen to the Bob Seger playlist here. And we were like, looked at each other and was like, that would be a great name for like a thrash, grindcore, whatever, death metal band, punk, whatever we, just something ridiculous.
Yeah.
So like, he got the drum set and he just like learned how to do a couple like thrash beats and shit like that. And we were like, all right, let's fucking do it. You know what I mean? Like, I wrote some really cheesy riffs or easy riffs. They weren't so cheesy. They're going to probably be on record someday. But, yeah, RJ had a bass and an amp, and I was like, here, play these 3 notes, and it's like just punk shit, like. And we went out and played a couple shows in our life, which like that's one thing that I was happy about, like with RJ's life, like, with the kid got on stage a few times, and they weren't all bad shows. Like, actually, one show was really packed. We played, which was cool. Like, and we were gonna. I mean, me and him are going to record it someday. We might never play it out alive again, but
just to have it on.
Yeah, we were waiting. He was being anal. Like, I want to get better, which I understand. Like, but that's why we didn't have a record with that out. But we'll do it and release it.
That'd be cool.
Kind of be like a little tribute to RJ too.
100%.
Yeah, tribute.
He's such a good dude.
Yeah, really. I mean, me and him were talking. Me and him always talked a lot, but he was like. Straight edge, not his whole life, but
it seemed like he had a dark humor though too.
Oh, very, yeah.
Now I heard a story which is ironic, but it's also like kind of humorous. Is like, I guess it was an ongoing joke with some friends. Like, he would just people would text like, "Yo, RJ's dead."
Yeah, they posted on Facebook all the time.
Yeah.
That's why when they called me, I was like,
"Shut the fuck up!"
Yeah, this is fucking stupid.
Nobody could believe it.
I'll hit him up. Actually, yeah, me and him were always dark. Actually. I haven't really told too many people this, but me and him were talking at the time that he died, and actually seen on your fridge back there's Garbage Pail.
Yeah, Garbage Pail Kids.
But they had it was little like fake ad based shit on the Garbage Pail Kids, and it was like I think there was one that was like Bruce Springsteen, but it was like Bruce Stink Jeans Born with the Runs and shit.
Yeah.
It was just like total mockery of pop culture, and he would always buy them. We'd go like these weird like punk rock type, like flea market things, and he would always like buy these stupid things. And my girlfriend came home with a box of them from like her family from her childhood, and one was like a spoof on Grand Theft Auto, like when Napster was out and shit, like Grand Theft Audio. And then the second one, I actually sent him a bunch of pictures of it. It was like Mr. Coffin, Mr. Coffee, and that was the last thing I sent to him, and he never opened it. It felt really weird. But this dark humor, if he could see that now, he'd be like, "That's fucking hilarious, man!" 100%. Like, he'd be like, "Don't feel bad." He'd be like, "That's probably great. I wish I had them."
He's
cards,
probably like this ongoing joke we had for 10 years paid off,
right?
in a weird dark humor way. You know what I mean?
Like, it was just
like, obviously he'd 100% want to still be here, but like,
right? Yeah.
When you set something up for that long and then it goes out that way, like how you're saying, everyone's like, "No way, stop it!
Yeah.
What's he doing right now?" And you're like, "Oh fuck."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was a really good guy. I mean, he didn't eat meat because he loved animals. Like, he didn't, he was like so rigid on the surface, but he was so like soft underneath, like in a good way, like not like weak, but like like he felt.
He was caring,
empathy. Like it's a shame losing people, especially young, especially something like
30. What our age, like 33, 32?
Yeah, graduated. But we've lost people to drug overdoses and accidents. But like, it really sucks when somebody's doing good for themselves, and it just if there's a God, we'll call it, he takes you away. It's hard, but I'm more happy looking back now that.
He left a legacy, and it's something that people should definitely carry on and remember him for the good things and inspire them to do better. You know,
and for everybody that you lose, whether or not they're still here, I'm looking at life more like I'm happy that they were here. I'm happy that they were in my life. You know, despite if we never talk again, I'm just glad that we were together.
That's why, like even with this, like everyone's like, man, you run yourself rugged. Like you do so many. I'm like, because you're never promised tomorrow. Like anything can happen. I can drive home tomorrow and get in a car and it's over.
Yeah.
But now, like if I create this, like music or podcasts, or I make experiences, or I sit down and put my voice to something or someone else's voice.
Yeah, it's
there. It's there forever, and I think that some of that stuff you're like, man, I wish we would have. Like, what if? Right. I'm living out my what if.
I love the fact that you're doing this. I love the fact that you're always doing something.
Yeah.
And I envy the fact that you could just like be so easy to network. I don't know if it's easy, but you're always making connections with people. Like, I wish I had half that drive to make connections. I'm like such an introvert, always in my house, like attached to like a video game.
I used to
be.
I used to be super introverted because I was someone who never felt like I fit in. Like I got picked on, bullied, beat up. Like I was tiny, bowl haircut, fucked up teeth, glasses. Well, it was not easy.
That's everybody, as you realize when you get older.
And I just forced myself, like, you know what, like, I'm just gonna change this, like, and it's changing from being an introvert to like a social butterfly is not fucking easy. You know what I mean? Like, it's not an easy thing to do. But so because you've been quiet a lot of here.
Sorry, I'm hogging the mic
last night.
Yeah, you're recovering from the fights last night, right? What made you decide I'm gonna try and learn, or I'm gonna pick up a completely new instrument and go to drums?
I guess I've always been curious by nature. I don't know. I just
wanted to challenge yourself.
Yeah,
wanted to hold that beat.
Yeah, I've always just wanted to play other instruments. Yeah. I still plan on learning more, hopefully someday.
Yeah,
but just always been curious. Just wanted to try something new, I guess. And you know, like a lot of people are like, they're appalled by that. If you're like good at one thing, they say, well, why don't you just stick to that? But I don't know.
I look as a new
view
challenge.
Life in general like is about progress. I mean, you should always move forward. Yeah. Try new things. Well, why not?
I was very inspired by Mike Danger, because Danger's like, when we sat and talked, I'm like, yo, you became a frontman. He's like, yeah. I'm like, why? He goes, because I thought it would be cool, and I shot my shot and I went for it. Like, and then I goes, I learned guitar, and then I kind of picked up bass a little bit. And then I came home and I was like, you know what I've never done before? I thought it'd be fun, a job. Like, I want to deliver pizza. And he just, even, it doesn't have to be always creating things. Like, he just like, you know what? I've never done this. Like, video editing. Like, he's made 3 music videos for Crowbot that are like, they're being played in gyms across the nation at like Planet Fitness. Like, I just love when people like, and like that, like, I'm going to switch up my whole thing and learn something new. Like, that's very out of your comfort zone, and to do that just to challenge yourself, I think it's cool.
Yeah, I would love to get a video done by him. I met him once or twice down in Pottsville, you know, hanging out at shows and stuff, and I really should, you know, get on that. But we're going to work on another record and probably make a video then and stuff. This first record we did was just like an introduction. Him on drums, me being a front man. I never sang lead before in anything, and you know, it was rough, but we'll get there.
Yeah, the first show you guys did at Strikers, you guys were you were shitting bricks. You were sweating before you even set your drums up. I was like, yo, you'll be fine. You'll be good.
Yeah, first show on 2 new instruments, playing you know, full room was it was cool, but
I forgot,
nerve wracking.
What did you open for that night?
Faith in Exile.
Yeah, that was a return show.
And Look Alive.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was a fun night.
Yeah, that was really good. That was packed. It was packed last night for Gas Station too. It was almost as packed or even more packed last night for Gas Station than that Faith show. It was really, Strikers is becoming a cool little spot.
Yeah, I remember we used to play there all the time, but then I don't know, you didn't hear about it for a while. Now you hear about it again.
Yeah, that's because the music scene's blowing up again.
Good.
Yeah.
Real good.
Yeah, I'm always trying to tell people too, like how you guys just, hey, I'll jump in, we'll jump for an opening spot. I think that helps you guys out a lot too.
We would love to do that. Yeah. Like I said before, I'm so bad at networking anymore. You know, it used to be so easy.
I think that's a cool thing I like about this show too, that it kind of took a leg of its own that I never even intended to do. Like this show, like a band comes on and then another band listens and then they're like, yo man, we listened to your thing. Let's work together. Or I put together the Toys for Tots benefit or the Skook Stock, and then like now these bands are all like friends with each other and they work with each other and do things, and members are swapping and working on projects. Like it's a cool little, like, it's becoming a networking just for local bands. I think I've interviewed more local bands than anything.
Yeah, well, we're always looking for somebody to listen to our bullshit.
Yeah.
But if you're out there and you're listening and you want an opening band, we'll open for you.
So what are you guys at now when it comes to the creative process with Ghost County or Gargons?
Do you want to take a question?
Yeah, we're writing new material with Gargons.
I'm remodeling my basement so we can have our own personal studio.
Oh.
So
are you guys still in the area? Like, you live in Shenandoah still, or Ringtown?
I live in Shenandoah Heights.
I live in Ringtown.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Moved up. You moved up.
I moved up almost all the way.
The Heights. The Heights has always been nice.
Yeah, I'm 1 block away from Mortgage Mountain.
Nice.
You know? No, like the last block.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you meant
where the normal
like,
people still live.
Yeah.
I don't have one of those big beautiful houses.
The ones
on
the very very top. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Ghost County. I mean, we're playing. We're doing a couple block parties coming up in that local area. We're gonna do one in Ringtown and one in Shenandoah, and we'll do like holiday stuff, and it's nice to
covers or originals.
We do covers for like pretty much the whole night, and then we'll end with a couple originals.
Nice.
We wrote 7 originals, but we were actually thinking about maybe doing some other recordings. If everything keeps working out, maybe we'll do like a little bit of cover stuff, because you go on Spotify now and everybody covers everybody's stuff. So like thinking maybe because we're a good cover band. So
yeah. Well, I mean, another one too is I'm a big fan of the Small Town Titans.
Yeah.
They'll make a cover of anything, and it gets 3 million views, and they're like, "Hey, check out our album."
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean.
We actually played a couple shows with them in Ghost County.
Oh, really?
Yeah, back when we were doing originals and stuff. Like, Reverb, we played with them.
Yeah. They're a good time. I know people were excited when Ghost County pop back up. Like, hey, this is happening. People were like, yo, Ghost County.
It's something to do. We're fun. We play well. We've been playing a lot of the same songs for so long that it's like second nature. We're gonna sound good every time.
It'd be a really fun show for you guys. I think if you two bands worked together and did something, I think you guys kind of have that resurgence, but also that veteran status. And this band is kind of newer, but they're getting a following. You and Bad Maggie.
Right.
Ghost County and Bad Maggie show I think would do very, very well. I think these both have a really good following.
What's the guitar player's name? He came.
Tyler Smart.
Tyler. I knew his name was Tyler.
Yeah.
He came to a couple of our shows. I was talking to him. He's a cool kid.
Yeah.
I would definitely do that. I would be down for that.
I think that would be a good mix up, a good collaboration night.
Yeah. Yeah, because sometimes it's grueling doing the whole 3 hours yourself.
Yeah.
It's like, we all have day jobs, and Saturday
And the
night,
challenging thing is obviously just getting the money situation taken care of, but I think if two bands are willing to be like, hey, let's just put that aside for one night.
Money was never the driving factor for me in doing art. It was like, I'd rather be up there.
Maybe I'll talk
working.
to Strikers. Maybe we'll make it happen there.
Okay.
That'd be a good time.
Cool,
That'd be a fun show.
I would be down for that. I'm down for anything. Usually it's other people in the group, not him, but
Yeah.
Wait, what?
No, I know. I'm like, my life is cleared out to do anything I want to do. Like, so, whatever.
Awesome. So with Ghost County, are you guys going back in the studio and doing original, or are you just going to kind of just let it happen, do what it's doing, just get a couple shows under your belt and see what goes from there?
We're just playing. We call it like the holiday band now, because we played Halloween, Thanksgiving, and
what was it, Shenandoah,
and Monte City, and his girlfriend is bartending up the Shenandoah Heights. So they don't always have bands. Actually, JT Thomas used to play up there though.
Yeah.
They have acoustic guys and stuff. They wanted to have a couple parties. We actually, and it was really fun because it's like it's a club, but it's open to the public. But
what is that gym
there.
doing in Shenandoah Heights that Mrs. T's always owned?
Mrs. T's owns it. I guess if you're a worker there or a family member of a worker, you can go there. But I don't think they allow
like public people.
Yeah, because I would love.
That would be. There's a stage there, right? It's a stage, and then it's like a basketball court.
It's a cool gym.
Maybe it would be open to having events. I don't know.
Yeah, like what we
they
should
have parking.
They have parking and nothing on this side of the mountain. Like the hardest thing for like our side of the mountain is venues to play shows.
Right.
Everything has to go to the other side of the mountain, and then people are like, I don't want to drive to Bonsville all the time to go see a show.
Right.
Well, when a bar is playing, you don't go out. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, McNiff's, God love them, they try, but they don't have the room.
Right.
You put 40, 50 people in that thing. It's you're packed.
Right. The Sits
is probably a good bet. The Sits basement. It's not a stage, but there's a huge hall down there.
Yeah.
But that place in Shenandoah Heights would be fantastic. You have the stage, and then just put one of those things on like the old school gyms, like those sheets where it doesn't ruin the court.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
It sucks because 10 years ago, I mean, like when I turned 21, there was Thunder Road, the Oyster Bar, and the Who's Place still has bands. But in that one little square mile, there might be 3 bands playing. Yeah. And now it's like Mulligans and like And
that's tight.
It's very tight, and little different in there.
It's an interesting environment.
Yeah, very interesting environment. But,
a lot of old like '90s NASCAR shirts and pajama pants.
Yeah,
those gambling machines do cool things.
Oh yeah. It's uncomfortable at times.
You go to
they're good people, and then the people that work there are good people, and it's just like we were there. I was there last week it's just a little uncomfortable, King Kong Hates the Wolfman, no Rain Checks, and Torment Ridden.
Yeah, the heavy metal show.
Yeah. All the bands were good. It was nice to see a show, a mile away from where I live, but it's like one of those places.
Yeah,
seedy.
It would just be cool if something would emerge on this side of the mountain. I think this side needs some. I think the closest thing we have is probably like a place in Tamaqua. But like I honestly just kind of looking at the venues, Citizens in Monte City is your best bet because you could put a band down there.
We're supposed to be playing there. Yeah. Ghost County's supposed to be playing there.
Yeah, and then they have that outside grove too.
Yeah,
like in the summertime.
That would be nice.
You'd have to start early though. Like it'd be like a 6 o'clock start, and you have to be done by 10.
That's cool for me.
Yeah, we're getting older, so
yeah. If you're listening, anyone from Monte City, I've been trying. I've been like, listen, man, I can help. I could put bands. I could help get the bands there.
Yeah,
because I want more venues.
Tulsa Jack plays there. I think, don't they? Yeah. And does Maggie's band play there? I think I might have seen.
Oh, who is her new band?
I think they're called like Maggie and the Mutts.
Maggie and the Mutts. Yeah, we know Maggie a long time.
Yeah, Maggie's awesome.
Yeah,
Maggie was part of our little. My little Monte City crew.
Right.
When Mike used to live on Spruce Street, we were like called the Spruce Street Gang.
Oh, okay.
So it would be like me, Mike, Amanda, her sister Colette, Maggie, Katie Petridge.
Right.
Yeah, it was like our little crew there. That whole Spruce Street.
Yeah, actually, Maggie, that's funny. She dated our friend Jimmy D.
Yeah.
Way back in the day, and we always used to make her sing in the car. Or we're like, and she never would, but like every now and then he'd be like, sing it, and she'd be like,
she has a great voice.
Pat Benatar or something. We'd be like, you have to be in a band with us. And then like years went by, and then she was in Tulsa Jack, and I'm like, we told that girl she should have sang, and now she's singing.
I love what she does too, where her and her brother Robbie do ukulele and keyboard. Because who else is doing a ukulele night?
Right, yeah.
And it's so different, and she does like Post Malone on ukulele.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like I wish she would do more of it because the problem is Robbie's very he's super into kind of like you, a little a little bit of both, like introvert, very talented at what he does, but doesn't give himself enough credit.
Right.
So then when he goes up there and he doesn't feel like people are into it, he freaks the fuck. Like he kind of gets in his own head a little bit.
He was a little younger when we were hanging out with us, right?
Yeah,
he was still.
But he's really good on keyboard. He's a good keyboardist.
That's cool, and a lot of kids aren't playing keyboard anymore.
Yeah. All we really have is Justin Motok is a good keyboard player. He's in Hooligan now. He was with the boys upstairs for a little bit. He's from Shenandoah.
Okay, yeah, I remember.
And then Terry Miller.
Okay, is he in the boys upstairs too?
He bounces back and forth, but he's in Radio Soup now.
Okay, yeah, I know Frankie.
Yeah.
I mean, Frank used to live underneath Smurf when we were practicing with Tusco in St. Clair by the Roundhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wake up the neighborhood 3 times a week. Yeah, I know Frank.
Yeah, because it's like getting sound ordinances.
Yeah. No, we were always okay. I mean, we were probably loud, but yeah. I've been when he started playing drums, I bought a keyboard, like a nice Yamaha, and I was like, I'm gonna learn how to do this, and I just like got kind of there, but like like little chords and stuff, like basic level, but. Someday I'll be able to play keyboards. What
was the first song that you guys picked up on guitar or bass that you're like, all right, I bought my instrument, this is the song I'm going to learn? I always ask this question and no one ever remembers.
No,
I just wanted to play Metallica. Metallica taught me how to play.
Any Metallica? The first song I learned on acoustic guitar. Shit.
Well, Sammy had us
it's like a million years ago.
You started with acoustic?
Yeah.
Now, if you were someone who was giving someone advice to play guitar, would you say start with acoustic then go electric?
Definitely.
Because the acoustic works your fingers a little harder.
Absolutely, yeah. It builds dexterity. It's just you have to play cleaner. Like some people are tempted to get an electric guitar and throw the distortion on, crank it, but then you're not learning how to play cleanly. Like you have to.
Yeah,
cleanly play the note. If you're, it depends on what you want from it. I mean, it's not for everyone. It's like,
but that would be your advice.
Yeah, definitely.
Just start with acoustic.
Yeah.
I would say it's harder to make an acoustic sound good at first. Like, I don't know, it's a little.
You hit a lot of dead notes.
Yeah, so it's much more clear with bad notes if you're, because you don't have any fallback with distortion or.
I seen Bishop play the acoustic guitar. with like, and then put like effects to it as well. But he like. It was unbelievable. I was like, he did stuff with acoustic guitar I didn't think he could do. Like some of the solos. He's always
been like a wizard with
it's like
things.
Insane.
I've been much more of a meat and potatoes. Same with him. Like plug the guitar into the amp, maybe an overdrive pedal and a wah, and switch and just like old school. You know, no effects or anything. I don't even use effects. I don't think now. Well, I don't think. I definitely don't.
Yeah.
But just like light effects maybe. But yeah, I don't know. I used to, but. Just went backwards a little bit more.
Yeah. Is there a song when you pick up you kind of immediately go to when you pick up your instrument? You're like a warm up, or like when you're kind of messing around, or do you just do your like scales?
Yeah, I kind of just noodle, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. I don't really. I mean, we used to in Ghost County. I guess we had. Like almost 100 songs
that
we knew at one point.
We got really good.
So I guess, I mean, I go over those songs sometimes, especially when the show's coming up. I'll practice those songs.
What are your favorite ones to play when you were on that set list? Because you always have those 5 or 6 you look forward to, and then you have those 6 you're like, I fucking can't stand playing this song anymore.
Yeah. Oh, well, let's start with those because they're fun.
Which ones are those?
Summer of '69. Fucking Johnny Maymont, lead singer, killing us with that one. I love the dude, but he fucking kills us with that
song. my first Ghost County show, I'm screaming out Summer of '69.
Prick.
But and just watch you go.
No, it's funny. It's like... We're still playing Crazy Bitch.
Crazy Bitch.
People love it.
Yeah.
It's
like we learned a bunch of songs throughout our years with playing covers that like we tried to aim it towards like shit we want to play.
Yeah.
And that also works. And then people just didn't let you. Like, no, you're playing Crazy Bitch. And
do you guys play Journey?
We do a piece of it in a medley. We do a medley that starts off with
Don't Stop Believing.
It's based off.
We kind of ripped off Dream Theater a little bit and tweaked a couple things because they have a song. Well, yeah, a live version. It's called the Big Medley on the it's on their 1995 album, and it's
In the Flesh. It starts off.
Oh, it starts with In the Flesh by Pink Floyd, and then it goes to Carry On My Wayward Son.
But we play Carry On My Wayward Son in our set usually, so that's another one where we never get.
So like we took a couple songs. They did like 6 songs in one big long
Don't Stop
jam.
Believing and Bon Jovi are always the one people are always screaming out.
Yeah, we played a couple Bon Jovi songs in our lifetime. Actually, we dropped the Bon Jovi because I don't know. That was one that I couldn't stand. What did we play?
Shot Through the Heart.
Yeah.
We actually the most fun we had with that song was when we were both in Tusco, and our vocalist at the time came to a Ghost County show, and he actually did the Atreyu. Do you ever hear the Atreyu version of Shot Through the Heart?
Really?
Yeah, it's awesome. And he screams half the Atreyu. They metal bound, so they scream. So, and he did the vocals like Atreyu. In the beginning, I guess they say like "scream fuck you" and and it was just awesome. He's screaming it like
you got this.
This one.
All these people hearing cover music get 3 minutes of screaming. Why am I going to do that? Why are you doing that? That was horrible.
Yeah.
Screaming.
But we completely butchered it, and it was so satisfying to butcher that stupid fucking song.
So what are some other ones you're not a fan of? Are you just so overplayed?
That stupid ass Lit song. People still love that song.
My Own Worst Enemy.
Sleep,
Gee, James Laid. That's one of mine. I can't fucking stand.
Laid.
Laid. This bed is on fire. No.
People love the shit out of those songs.
Yeah.
How is this shit not getting old for you people? I
try not to think about all the ones
I'm one of those guys.
I know.
If Laid comes on, I'm like,
they're good songs. But
Pat Benatar, we used to do that. Hit Me With Your Best Shot. That's pretty brutal. After so many years,
I was just with Keith Collins, Betty Platchko, and Tyler Smarr at the Black Diamond. And I jumped on, and I took one of the microphones, and I was singing. I took Platchko's mic, and because you didn't need one, Dave. I love Platchko to death. Yeah, but they played Laid, and I was just like, "Yo, everyone in the bar, drum the drum part," and the whole bar like they would.
That would be fun.
Yeah, that was awesome. And I was like, "Do it again," and they went back, and I'm like, "Here's your chance!" And like, there's beer bottles flying. That's everywhere.
Fun. But for as many songs as we could probably stack up that we didn't like playing, like the one good thing that probably keeps us coming back and working with that band is that the stuff that we do play. Like we cover like 4 or 5 Zeppelin songs on a night.
Yeah.
We'll cover Carry On.
Mabon can hit some high notes.
Yeah, he does work. And we played the Darkness song, and just a lot of classic rock that had like a good, like ZZ Top stuff.
Yeah,
and like some stuff that wasn't so like, you know, the band's most popular song, but still like grooves pretty heavy. So like and we play Doors songs, and we play like there's a lot of Hendrix songs.
The first time I seen you guys was at McNiff's.
Okay.
That was the first time it was at McNiff's, and I was like, holy fuck, this is awesome. Like, this is a good time.
We're like a throwback to like classic rock pretty much. And then we do a
lot of
80s,
bluesy
90s.
hard rock, because that's the kind of rock and roll that we like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I think you and Bad Maggie would be a good mix, because they're like the 90s, 2000s punk rock, punk pop, and you guys are more the classic, and they're both two genres that go over hard in this area.
Oh, yeah, big time. Well, that's where it was with us. Like, we were in bands that, I mean, covered more modern stuff and like just bouncing around and or heavier stuff, and like it always like if we did a classic rock song, people were like, yeah, classic rock here, like and then when we go Ghost County was playing like original shows, we'd always end with like a classic rock song or two, and it was always like resonate with people, like, yo, you played the Doors, that's awesome, man. Like, or you played Zeppelin, that's awesome.
Yeah, because if you can nail a Zeppelin song, people are gonna be like, you know what? I want to go listen to your original now, because if you can nail that, I would like to see what you guys do on your own.
And that's with the Gargons. We always play a cover. The first show we did with Faith in Exile, we played "Sunshine of Your Love," and now we play. We'll do a Zeppelin song, or not a Zeppelin song. We'll do a Sabbath song, or I don't know, just whatever we're feeling.
You should do Snowblind.
Yeah,
that's a classic.
Yeah,
I love that song.
Sabbath.
That was probably would be our second choice. We're doing Into the Void right now.
Oh yeah,
it's a little heavier. But
what do you think of the Ozzy news? He just canceled his tour.
Yeah,
that's unfortunate. Yeah,
we saw him with Sabbath. The end tour.
I know some people who lost their tickets this time around. Like, this is bullshit, man. I'm like, this dude has been touring.
Yeah, he didn't.
Like, I'm upset that I'd never seen him, and I'm probably not going to now.
Yeah.
But that's my own damn fault, because he fucking made it way accessible for himself for the last 15 years.
We saw him probably 10 times in our lifetime, man. Yeah, with Sabbath 3 or 4 times, and Ozzy Ozfest with Ozzy Fest.
Yeah, I'm happy we got to go to the last.
Get your Ozzy Fest t-shirt.
Yeah, Ozzy Fest t-shirt. $15 Ozzy Fest t-shirt.
The guys in the parking lot.
Yeah, but actually, now that like this happened, like it really reminds me like go see the band, because I went. He had tickets for Rush like 3-4 years ago.
Oh man!
And I was like, I don't want to spend $100 to see Rush. They're going to be around for a couple more years. But I went, and then now. You know,
it's over.
A year later, he was not playing anymore, Neil Peart, and now he's dead. So, like, I was like, thank fucking God I went to see Rush. Like,
yeah. Only saw them once. I mean, I'm glad we saw them, but would have liked to see them more.
Yeah,
totally. I don't go to many live bands, and I want to change that, but it is tough. My first band I seen was Blink-182 and Green Day.
That would be cool.
I'm a huge Blink-182 fan, and I left there a huge Green Day fan, and then I seen the Backstreet Boys with Heidi.
That's funny.
Yeah, I owed her one because I took her to like 3 Steel Panther shows. I've seen Steel Panther like 4 times.
That would be cool.
I fucking love Steel Panther.
Yeah,
and then I seen a quarter of Steel Panther, but I seen Crowbot open for Steel Panther.
Okay.
My buddy got really drunk and we got kicked out.
Yeah, that shit happens.
We drove to Poughkeepsie, New York, so a 3-hour drive to get kicked out.
Oh, that kind of sucks. Yeah.
2 songs in, it was heartbreaking.
Actually, yeah.
But I seen Crowbot open, which is fucking fantastic.
You know, Ghost County beat Crowbot in a Battle of the Bands once.
Really?
At Mohegan Sun. They played a bunch of originals and shit.
Did they?
Yeah. It was funny. Because we were playing with, like, a lot of their first shows. I was playing with a lot of Crowbot. We were, like, playing all over the area with, like, Pale Harvest. Like, Smurf and Bishop probably were friends, so they would, you know, just team up to play shows and stuff. Actually, wow, I just had a flashback. Me and Smurf ate acid at a Crowbot show after we played in the Roundhouse. I was like, okay,
that's an experience.
But actually, we were at Tusco at the time, and Tusco played. No, Ghost County played with Crowbot at the. It was a battle event, the 97.9X Battle of the Bands, or
how many bands were in it?
It was like there was a bunch of bands, but it was
it was at the casino.
Yeah,
that'd have been awesome.
So we got just pulled in with them. We all knew each other at that point, of course. But yeah, they played and then we played all covers because we didn't have originals at that point. And they ended up playing a few originals. But yeah, we ended up winning. We had a bunch of crowd response too. People came up from town and stuff. But then the next day we played at the Roundhouse with Crobot with Tusco. I remember being like, this band's better too. No, just fucking around. No, they were good. They're still good. I mean, obviously, they were always that good. You know,
3 European tours.
I love their first record, man. The one they did down at Thorium. That was my favorite thing.
The new one's really good.
Yeah,
Mother Brain.
Some of it, yeah.
Mother Brain's fantastic. I'm excited for the newest one because I think now, like. So they made their second album, and then they changed 2 members.
Right.
And then they picked up a new drummer, and the bass thing was kind of in flux.
Right.
And now they have Eddie Collins at bass and Dan on drums, and they kind of know what Dan can do now on drums. Right. And Eddie brings a whole nother life to your band because he can play any instrument you put in front of him, and he can sing. So this new Crobot thing, man, you might get some. I don't know anything. I don't know inside information, but you may get some background vocals because Eddie and Bishop both have good voices. Someone can lay Bishop another guitar track. Like, there's just so many more opportunities for that band because, and the chemistry of that band is fucking amazing now.
Yeah, they were always really, really good, man.
Yeah.
And well, Bishop and Brandon are both really good dudes. Like, it's
super sweethearts. Like, they'll see you, the first thing they do is you get a hug. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, they're awesome.
Yeah, it was actually, I mean, maybe I shouldn't talk like this, but me and as soon as we got done that show, it was years ago, but as soon as we got done that show, me and Brandon went out to my Jeep and indulged. So it was like, it was like we were always,
Yeah, they're fucking cool dudes, man. I'm super happy they got that, and it really just shows the other bands like it can be done. I mean, and the crazy thing is what it came down to, and I try to really stress this too is local support.
Right.
The lady who helps run our Banging Beers page, she went to a show, she took a video of Crobot, and on her own accord took the videos and sent them to a record label.
Sharon. Yeah. Oh, I was at. I went to the Arlene's. It was Arlene's Grocery. I think that was the name of the club. I was up there in New York when they played that show and got signed that night to Wind Up. Yeah. We were with me, Jay Bird, rest in peace. Russ, I think.
Anilowski?
Russ Anilowski. Yeah. Forget who else, but yeah, we were there. Yeah, drinking whiskey and stuff.
Yeah. So for how much work a band puts in, we, the people, as people who support music and enjoy music, we have to meet them halfway. Like, go to the shows. Who cares if you're paying a $5 cover? That's fucking cheap as hell.
Yeah,
and you're seeing sometimes you're paying $5 covers and you're seeing 4 bands.
Right.
Well, you got tribute bands getting $30 a ticket now.
Yeah,
that's insane. I mean, $5 is nothing.
Yeah,
like,
and you're gonna get probably cover and original. You know what I mean? Because a lot of the bands are trying to work that out. But even if it's not cover music, go support it.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing: a lot of people were like, it's crazy. Crobot doesn't play around here as much anymore. Yeah. But where were you when they were doing their come up? They played in bars for 13 people. They played Goodfellas for 20 people, and no one was around.
Yeah,
and now
I would always tell people
just a few years ago.
I would always tell people, like, come see my band. Don't come see my band. Come see this other band that's playing with us, because I know you're gonna like them. That's how it was with them. Like, we're playing metal, but this band is something you'll like. And that's how you never know what you're gonna like.
Exactly.
It's gonna be.
I'm slowly getting more into metal. Like, I mean, I like old school metal, like the Sabbath stuff, but like some of the screamy stuff, I'm still turning more into it. I'm very into lyrics, so I can get by the metal because the guitars are insane. And it's super complex, and I'm not even a musician, so I don't understand as deep. Like, someone listens, someone like, oh my god, that's insane. And I'm like, to me, it just sounds like noise, but you know what I mean? So I'm slowly learning more about that genre, but I wasn't a huge Scream Singer fan.
Right.
And then I went to a Cyanide Sunrise show, and I still think that first album is one of the best albums I've heard. Like, I love that first album. It was a good album.
Yeah, they were a good band.
Yeah.
Very good.
So come out and you got to come out and support and show that love, because it's super important. It really is.
You never know when the next band is going to be the next band. And, not saying it's anything we're doing, but it could be somebody out there.
Who are some bands in the area that you guys are really impressed by?
Well, Look Alive's really good. I don't know.
I'm trying to think. Get out to a lot of shows.
Have you ever seen another one that I just recently seen? Evening Social.
Okay,
they're pretty insane. It's like a jam band. It's like a 4-piece band. They just go up, no singing at all. They just go up and jam. It's insane.
They're so if you like metal, you got. I recently was doing work with the Hands Resist. I would imagine that.
Yeah.
Check them out if you're into metal.
That stuff. That's coming. The recordings are coming out soon.
Yeah. I haven't even heard them. I played bass on them, but yeah, I was still doing some work with them. Just time catches up, and I got to choose projects.
That's a stacked band, talent wise.
Yeah.
It's a real stacked band.
It was a really hard decision for me to pick one side or the other. But it's just.
You have a vision, and your vision's working with your brother with this project.
Yeah,
and Ghost County.
Yeah, I'm just
because there's a demand for Ghost County still.
Well, that's people want it. That like pop up. It pops up in a day. We pop up in practice, and
Does it get a good turnout when you guys say you're going somewhere?
Mm-hmm. Locally, yeah, really good.
I think this side of the mountain is definitely.
Yeah, we never really played anywhere but our little area,
like Monty City, Shenandoah area.
Yeah, that's what it's nice because we'll play a couple times a year, and it's not.
Yeah, I think if you guys did a show with Bad Maggie, like in Tamaqua area, I think it would open more eyes up for that. And then I think if you guys did like a show in Pottsville, if it was like you and Bad Maggie and Hooligan or something, I think like just to kind of get more eyes on that side of the mountain. I think Ghost County, you definitely have a place in that scene when it comes to like a cover and an original.
Yeah, we would definitely be open for stuff. Yeah, we're gonna keep working. I mean, we've been playing music whether or not it was out or not, so much. And
do you think the music scene has helped you guys as brothers like kind of stay together and stay tight and stay as close as you guys are?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Because like you said, you look up to him. You're like, oh, he's playing music. I want to play music.
Right. Yeah.
And it kept you
we've always
close.
been tight.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's something to keep us. It definitely keeps us bound together. Because we have to share the same interests in music. So, I mean, if you see us play live, it's like so many people have come up to us and be like, "Are you like telepathic, like you two?" Because like I just know when he's moving, he knows when I'm moving. We know when things are changing. We have the same like bounce groove to music. It's just probably from just being around each other for 30 years.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We've been playing music together a long time now.
Yeah, and before that we were just brothers.
Yeah, I think I love the bond there, and I love how it kept you guys super close. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, it's not one without the other. Right, and I really really like that about it. And
yeah, it's hard sometimes, like playing in other projects when he's not there. Of course, yeah. But luckily we have a real good family. It's
keeps
everybody
keeps us level and grounded.
Yeah, both sides are. Yeah, we have younger siblings. Everybody's good.
Are they into music and stuff too?
Nope.
Actually, yeah. Our younger brother Andrew, he's in the Air Force now. He's in Georgia, but he was supposed to originally be the drummer. He was going to learn drums, like when he was young, and that's actually he just didn't take an interest in it. So that's the drum set that I learned on, his little
the one they bought for my brother for Christmas. Yeah, it's like a cheap little banger set. And yeah, our sister Sarah, she has guitar and ukulele, and she just kind of like
just fiddles.
Yeah, she doesn't really play. And then Jonathan, our youngest brother, I don't think he has any interest in
music.
He loves
video games.
Yeah. Music isn't a necessity to him. Art isn't a necessity. Like, what I mean? He plays video games, but it's not about making art.
If I would have fucking took my time learning a goddamn plastic instrument on Guitar Hero, if I would have put all those hours and just picked up a real one, I would have been fucking amazing. Because I was good at Guitar Hero.
Right. Yeah, I was actually, me and my girlfriend were just playing Rock Band the other day, and I'm like, fuck, like this is so much harder than playing a real guitar for me, man. Like,
I always get told too, like with musicians, if we joke around or I'll go up and I'll sing or I'll rap or I'll do something, like, you have good timing. And I said I think the timing is the Guitar Hero, because you have to have perfect timing and like know the beat, like the cadence to it. You know what I mean? Like,
you got to be right on with Guitar Hero. Yeah, it's like,
or you get that like and then you're like your anxiety kicks. You're like, oh shit, like and the crowd's like, boo.
I find myself. I think like with that, like I think sometimes I want to overplay the thing. Like, like I actually want to play the song because I could play most of that by ear. Like, oh, this isn't right because I'm only on beginner or medium.
Have you ever heard of Rocksmith?
I have, but I never played it.
Yeah, I heard that's insane. I have it, but there's a delay between my TV and I don't know how to fix it. So it's hard to do. Crowbot's actually on Rocksmith.
Really?
They have
cool.
DLC.
Oh, wow.
Like, if you go on YouTube and put, like, Crowbot Rocksmith, you can find, like, 8-year-old kids playing Legends of the Spaceborne Killer. Like, there's a video of these two Chinese girls, and they're, like, super young, and it's the one sister's crazy, and she's playing bass, and she's rolling her eyes in her head.
I think I saw those.
Yeah,
girls,
and and they play Rocksmith, and they're fucking good. Like, it helps.
I think
people.
I saw them playing Raining Blood.
Probably, they're super talented.
Yeah. And she's the one's making all the goofy faces
and like stomping around and shit. And the other one's just focused.
Guitar Hero kind of like opened music back up there for a while for a lot of genres. Like, I know, like, a lot of people were turned on to, like, Every Time I Die, like the Metal Pack and stuff. Like, it was an avenue. For,
a lot of those songs in that game became people's set list in cover bands.
Right. Yeah. And the kids, I mean, for all the classic rock, and then they did the Beatles and AC/DC games and stuff.
I know Post Malone started Guitar Hero, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm going to switch over and learn a real one."
That's crazy.
Like, people just see him as a rapper, but he's actually a really talented guitar player.
He, I've seen some of him playing guitar, doing like Bob Dylan songs.
Yeah, and he's finger picking the help.
Yeah, man, he's good. Man.
Yeah,
it's a shame that he's making that kind of music, pop music, but
I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah,
I don't know. That's pop.
That song with Ozzy he did is so good.
I like
collaboration. Like, I like all music. Country's tough for me, but I can listen to hip hop. I can listen to pop punk. I can listen to pop music.
Oh, I'm open to like all. I listen.
My
to
playlist is out of control.
I listen to a lot of rap.
I can
more
go.
Than I'd like to admit. But,
I can go from Notorious B.I.G. to Frank Sinatra to the Temptations to Limp Bizkit to it's just, I'm all over the place. Yeah. So what else are you guys into just besides music? Like, what are some hobbies that you're into when you're not working, living your lives, being family men? And
well, we both help out at my mom owns a deli over in Ringtown, Apple Street Deli. We're there. She's open for lunch every day, 10 to 2. But we're both there most days a week. He's there every day a week, pretty much. But yeah, I'm always in the kitchen now. That's my my sanity, cooking. I'm all constantly cooking at home. I don't know. What are you into?
Well, I don't know. I mean, big sports fan, I guess. Big hockey, big football fan. Penguins and Steelers. So yeah, it's like, I don't know, I like to exercise a little bit, try to stay in reasonable shape.
Yeah.
I like to think that I do still, but I don't. No, I'll run when it gets nice out.
I think when I told Heidi, she goes, "Who are you interviewing today?" I said, "Oh, the Menkes brothers." She's like, "Oh, I'm playing volleyball against their mom
really?
Tonight." Yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah, oh my god, Heidi is obsessed with volleyball. She loves it. She tries to get to as many leagues she possibly can. Like, that's her.
Yeah, my mom always did that. Yeah, that's cool. Staying active in the old league.
She loves it. She's super thankful that your mom helps run that league and keeps it going because she's happy to be a part of it, and she likes that. She looks forward to it. She's like, tonight's volleyball night.
That's cool.
Yeah, the one night the one night I had this girl come over for an interview, and it was one of those interviews where someone sat down across from me, and I've never met them in my entire life.
Oh wow!
Like, we just sit down and we're in a microphone. Like, that's happened to me a bunch with this show, and I think it's fun.
Yeah.
But like, Heidi did the wash, and she just kind of like brought her knee pads up out of the dryer and just set them on the thing. And then I'm like, "Oh, excuse me, Heidi, you left your knee pads." And I was like,
"Great,
but they're not for what you think. She plays volleyball."
Put the knee pads on, baby.
Yeah, you're going for a
raid. Down there a while.
But so
tearing my floor up. Not what you think it is.
Yeah, she's really good at laying carpet.
Yeah.
Do you guys play video games? Are you into movies, comic books, anything nerdy?
I'm stuck to the TV. I hate it. I'll sit and watch.
Are you like
Netflix.
A streamer, like a Netflix streamer?
Watch Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, everything. Constantly watching movies. I play a lot of video games too, but I'm not like a interactive gamer. I'm more of an old school gamer. I'll put the disc in and I'll sit there and play the campaign. Like right now I'm playing through the Spider-Man game they released a couple years ago.
Yeah, I got all the PS4 because I'm a huge, like, I have PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo, and I got all of the PlayStation exclusives for Black Friday, like all of them for $60. Yeah. So I got and they're complete editions, like complete Spider-Man, complete Horizon, God of War.
Okay, so right before that I played the new God of War.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm like, I don't know. Like when it first came out, it was cool.
Spider-Man's fucking hard.
Oh, I'm almost done it. I beat it in like a couple. Like, I don't know. It's not that long.
So my problem is I started playing it And I was like, they're like, hey, do you want to help me find my pigeons? I was like, well, I'm going to find all 15 pigeons now. Yeah. So I did all that before I even did. So like, I'm not even a quarter way through the story, and I have all of the side stuff done.
It felt like, that's how I was too. I'm like probably 68-70% done, but yeah, I always do the side missions. That goes back to like Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, like you know the very first mission, you have to go back to Mary Jane to start like the story. Before I even went to, he's like, Mary Jane's still waiting for you, and I'm like, I got to do all the other things. And I went and did all that side shit.
And I don't know, right? Yeah. I like it. I'm excited for the new Final Fantasy to come out if it ever comes out.
The remake?
The 7, It was my favorite game growing up. I played through the PlayStation 1 remake of that recently and through 15. So, yeah.
Are you going to get the new system when it comes out this year?
Probably.
The PS5 or the Xbox?
I was always a PlayStation guy. So.
Was it the Xbox? No, it's not Project X, is it?
I don't even know.
I forget Xbox Series X.
Okay.
Yeah.
I never bought an Xbox. I was PlayStation and Nintendo purist throughout my whole life.
Dude, the Switch is fucking awesome.
I know. I don't have a Switch, but
they're so good.
Yeah. I don't know.
What are you watching on Netflix recently that you're into? Like you're like.
Well, right now I'm stuck in. I don't even know how cool this is. Californication show.
Oh, it's a great show.
Yeah,
that's a fucking fantastic show.
It's like kind of like not my speed. Usually I'm into more like sci-fi or like action or comedy or stand-up comedy. But
did you ever watch Black Mirror?
I haven't.
I've
heard only good things, and it's just one of those things.
It'll fuck with your head.
Yeah. I've heard that, and I don't know.
It's like a technology version of Twilight Zone.
Okay.
Yeah. The first episode is weird. It's not. It's just strange.
Yeah.
But once you get past that one, everyone after that is just like, what?
Yeah. I've finished BoJack Horseman recently.
I never watched that.
I love it. Yeah.
What about Big Mouth?
I like that too. Yeah.
The hormone monster.
That was better than I thought it was. F is for Family was great.
Yeah, I love Bill Burr. Yeah.
I was getting through that Preacher show then.
Okay.
That was on AMC. Yeah, it was good for what I have. I caught up on Better Call Saul recently, which
I still haven't seen the movie that came on Netflix.
I liked the movie.
Was it good?
Yeah, I loved Breaking Bad. That was great TV. But man,
you watching anything?
Not really. I will start a TV series, but I won't finish it.
You're more into sports.
Well, yeah, I watch a lot of movies, I guess. I mean,
he retains movies better than I am. I watch shit like all day, every day, and then I'll be like, I saw this movie. And he'll be like, "Oh, what about that part in it?" And I'll be like, "What the fuck are you talking about, man?" Like,
did you see the new Joker?
Yeah, it was very good.
Yeah,
I liked it. I get some people didn't like it because it wasn't really like your typical super villain movie. It wasn't.
Here's my
more
argument.
Of a character study.
Here's my argument to that: is everyone's like, that wasn't the Joker, and I was like, spoiler alert: if you read the comics, every Joker we have on screen is not a comic book Joker.
Right.
Like Jack Nicholson's maybe the closest we had.
I love Jack Nicholson.
Heath Ledger's was not a comic book Joker. No. Jared Leto's was not a comic book Joker.
I hated Suicide Squad, man.
I hope they bring the version out that was chopped, because that movie was chopped up.
Yeah,
there was a lot of stuff that was left out. Like there was a lot more to that Joker that we didn't even get to see. Like even with Justice League, that was a completely different movie. Like
I liked the DC. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess we'll see. I mean, the Marvel thing's going to change now. The Marvel series,
the Phase 38 now they're in or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked it. I mean, I liked how they ended the Avengers saga thing. Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, I just picked up a whole bunch of movies we have to watch. I just picked up that one. It's called Yesterday. That's where the guy gets hit by a car and the Beatles never existed or something.
It was okay but I don't know. It just
was it. Is it a chick
I don't want to
flick?
ruin anything. No, it was just. I had some problems with it.
Really?
But it was all right. It was cool because it will introduce a new wave of people to the Beatles. You know, like a lot of people, like even my girlfriend, like she'll listen to the Beatles, but she liked it a lot. Like the
Beatles music is just so good.
The Beatles were so good.
They're timeless.
Yeah.
And then I picked up the new. I love monster movies, and I haven't watched it yet, but I got the new Godzilla.
Okay,
Godzilla versus the monster or King of Monsters or something. And the new one's going to be him versus the new King Kong. Mm-hmm. So that's going to be fucking... I love that shit. Just put two monsters in a city and let them fight. Mm-hmm. I eat that shit up.
We were just talking about something we saw, both of us. I don't know.
Horror movie?
I don't know. Well, no, he had me to watch that Atomic Blonde movie.
Oh, I have to see that. It's like the female John Wick.
Yeah. It was kind of like a time period set in the Cold War.
Yeah. In Berlin, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, right.
1989.
Yeah. The new Birds of Prey, the Harley Quinn movie. They said all the fight scenes were done by the same team who did the John Wick and Atomic Blondes.
Okay.
I'm hearing good things about that new Harley Quinn movie. It is called the Harley Quinn movie now. It's not actually. They actually changed it. It was called Birds of Prey, and now it's the Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Movie.
Of course, I had to go see Star Wars. I saw in my life every movie that Star Wars came out.
What about The Mandalorian? Did you watch that?
I love The Mandalorian, man. That was the one thing. Like RJ was into the bounty hunters big time.
Yeah.
And I was like, motherfucker, like he ain't gonna get to see this. Like,
yeah. I have a lighter burn, and it looks like I got it drunk one night, and it looks like the Jedi logo a little bit.
That's cool.
So I'm like a Jedi, I guess. Yeah. What's that? A video game, the Jedi Fallen Order one? Did you play that?
No, I haven't bought it.
You're the kid from Shameless or something.
Oh,
I heard
really?
It's hard.
I will get there with it. Yeah.
So is there anything you guys want to plug? Get out there. Nothing.
I don't know.
Go check
Follow us, Gargon's band.
Playing next Saturday.
Yeah.
Well, this won't air for a while.
Okay.
But you just let me know and I'll share it. I'll share it for you guys.
Check out Gargons, the band. Ghost County, the band. Check out the Apple Street Deli. West Street Pub.
Is that just deli, or do you guys make sandwiches? Or?
Oh, it's more of just like food,
hoagies, burgers, hot dogs.
Prepared food.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not like a deli, like
you don't sit and eat.
It's not like Marlin Markets. Like you sit and eat. Yeah, it's a.
Oh, you do? So it's kind of like how M&M's used to be.
It's a restaurant deli.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
TNT, kind of like a TNT.
Kind of,
yeah.
TNT
sandwich shop. We'll call it a sandwich shop.
Because Farlow's, you can buy lunch meat by the pound, or you can buy. They mostly sell subs, hoagies.
Yeah, we'll cut meat for your cheese if you want, but mostly it's prepared food sandwiches.
What is the
Ringtown, Pennsylvania?
What is the your choice? Like if someone came in, what is your go-to sandwich?
He makes the burgers.
Oh, you make your burger guy?
I say Apple Street Club sandwich is really good. That's ham, turkey, and bacon. And a Hungry Man.
She makes fresh soup every day.
That's
to make a tiny wedding soup.
Turkey and ham.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But the hoagies, they're huge. They're enough for you get 2 meals out of one.
Are they a large like
big.
this?
Well, 12 inches, but
that's Farlow's.
She packs the stuff on, but
you go to Farlow's, it's like the meat's like that, and you're like you only order half because a half is enough for 2 people, and a whole is like you could feed an army.
Yeah, it's too much. Well,
I love delis like that.
I'm a vegetarian, so I don't.
No meat at all.
No, not anymore. Yeah, last year.
RJ converted you?
No, I mean he kind of. It was like maybe inspired me at first, and then like I got into just everything behind it. The industrial,
It's horrible.
The agriculture.
I just want to stay ignorant to it because I love.
I know they got to me. PETA got to me, man. No, I had some health problems there in the past couple of years. I lost like 50 pounds and stuff, and then it was just like eating clean got me to the point of making it easy. Because I was eating.
It takes 30 days to develop a habit.
Right, I was eating, just basically chicken and fish for a while there, and then it just...
You just cut chicken then?
Yeah, just cut that out, yeah. I'm gradually cutting out animal product, but I don't like to,
You're not pushing it?
No, I'm not pushing it. I'm not an advocate for it.
Yeah, that's just your thing, yeah. Right.
But, yeah.
I'll tell you what, I've cut out dairy. I used to eat cereal a lot, and milk fucks at you. It's not, from everything I've read, milk was never made for consumption. It's actually not good for you.
Baby cow growth formula.
Yeah.
And most people don't think of it that way. That's the milk of another animal.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be putting that in your body.
Yeah. We've actually over years people have developed a tolerance for it, but lactose intolerant isn't something that you need to. That's 90% of people are lactose intolerant because it's not made for us.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. I
don't know.
Cutting milk out definitely has changed a little bit for me, just in my digestive,
All right, yeah. I ate too much cheese at the party last night, man.
It's so good. I'll never be a vegetarian like him.
Yeah, it'd be hard, especially being around meat all day.
Yeah, I cut it and make sandwiches. Yeah.
At the very least, I'd have to eat chicken.
I have to check it out. I've never gotten food there. I got to check it out. Where in Ringtown is it?
It's on Apple Street. It's if you turn right before you would get to like the main drag, you take a right, and it's down by the recycling center. And,
okay. What are the hours?
It's just for lunch every day, 10 to 2.
10 to 2?
Yeah, and we do dinner one night a week, but it's a really small operation. It's just me, him, my mom, and one of her friends.
Well, if I'm ever off during the week.
Or Saturday.
Oh, Saturdays you're open?
Yeah.
What time is it? Saturdays?
Same times.
10 to 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just real small operation. She's there early, and, but she officially opens at 10, but, like, I'll come in for a couple hours, and he'll come in and,
help.
She wasn't doing anything before that. Well, not nothing before that, but, yeah, it's just... And she does a lot of, like, business for, like, trays for, like, the plants and stuff around. We'll run up to, and this, like, big orders type stuff.
Yeah.
Trays, so.
Cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
I'll definitely check it out. All right, well, that'll do it. Thank you guys so much for coming in. If you ever want to do it again, let me know. If you guys get new, anything recorded, you want it out there, let me know. Put it out.
Recording soon.
I'll try to be a little more lively next time.
A little booze up from the boxing fight last night. I feel you. I'd be in the same point if I probably watched it.
My one buddy projectile vomit all over my kitchen last
Shut
night.
The fuck up,
for
real?
It was one of those kind of nights.
Better him than me.
Wow.
That used to be me years ago.
We used to do UFC fights all the time here. Like, we'd pack this living room and have, like, people out the ass here watching fights. And the one night somebody was like, I gotta puke, and I was like, you're never gonna make it through, everyone. And so he went to go through the front door, and he hit the handle, and I have a big glass door, and he just hit the glass door with it.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was everywhere.
Yeah, I used to be a puker all over people's cars, all over people's bathrooms, like, everywhere.
Here's the thing with me, like, I can be sitting here now and be like, I'm gonna puke in 15 minutes, and then be like, what? I'm like, and you can set your watch to it. I'm like, and there's nothing that's stopping it. You know what I mean?
I had no filter, no control over anything there.
Well, back in soccer, I was a puker. It's so long ago, you probably don't remember, but I never sweat. Like, I have a sweating problem, and I never knew it growing up. So I would get pretty much to a point of heat exhaustion and throw up. So I remember playing, and I'd be like, I'd do this whole number, and I'm like, Mom, I'm getting a migraine, which means you got to get me out of the game, or whoever my coach was.
Okay.
And they'd be like, I can't. Like, we can't stop the play until something happens. So I would just run off to the sideline and puke, and then take the ball and try to score with it so I can get off the field.
Wow.
And then I'd pass out the sidelines for 15 minutes, and they'd put ice on me, and then I'd wake up and go play again. Horrible.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, bad news, but it happened a lot. But, yeah, man, but thank you guys again. It was great sitting down talking. I didn't know when you guys picked up the music aspect of this, so it was nice to put those pieces together.
Right, cool.
But, yeah, man. All
Follow
right.
us.
Follow the band. Go check them out.
Yeah.
And go see Ghost County Gargons. Go get some deli meats and foods and soups. It'd be great. All right, see you guys next time. Here's some Timmy Mingle, Church and Trains.
Peace.
I just wanna get off of the floor. I just wanna get off of the floor. 'Cause I still can't sleep without medication. Can't let my thoughts run wild while I still think I got one. And I care too much about my reputation. And I'm tired of sleeping on this floor. Yeah, I'm tired of sleeping on this floor.